Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? I am excited to be here. Thank you so much. So let's see. It is bright and early, and as you can see, the sun is rising. So how are you doing, y'all? I am out here, and it is a bit chilly, a bit in the high 50s Fahrenheit, and it's a little bit foggy out or smoky out because what's going on is that there is a brush fire. So we will see how that goes. And of course, there's morning gnats, and the morning has begun. So how are you doing, everyone? The reason why I am jumping on here is because I am learning to do something new. I am learning to shift my gears for the opportunity to allow myself to start with new beginnings. If y'all haven't done so already, you will see that I created a post in that I talk about new beginnings. And as we just entered the month of September, in my eyes, I call that fall because I don't know about you, but in my younger years, we had 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. And over the past couple of decades, due to what's going on in the world, we have had 2 seasons: winter and summer. So, what I decided to do a few years ago is that I broke up the year in quadrants. And if I recall, I believe I had started. Winter was, I believe, I put it from November 1st to February 1st. So that's November, December, January, February. And then spring was March 1st or February 1st, probably March 1st, I would say, April, May, June, July. And then summer was July through September, July, August, September, October. Yeah, math is not my way, but you get the gist of it. So I wanted to ask you, what new habits are you adopting? I put in the post a couple of days ago about new beginnings, as well as one challenge that you wanted to achieve. And I said to you, comment in the section below, in the comments below, on what the challenge is, and I walk beside you and we can achieve that challenge. Now, some of y'all are ninja watchers. Some of y'all kind of have reached out to me and sent their DMs, as mentioned. And some of y'all haven't done so already, and that's okay. What I really want to do is, and how are you? What I want to do is to spark your motivation, spark your creativity. Here in my home, everything has shifted for the new season, and for good reason. Everything is, adjustment with schedules, events, and so forth. So what I'm doing is I want you to take the initiative today to make a declaration to the universe, a declaration of faith, a declaration to the community. Pardon the pulsating of my camera, still learning technology. What is the declaration of a new goal that you are going to adapt and adopt and apply today? For me, I shifted my gears and I was gifted and made this homemade a platter that is pretty sturdy, and it says the perfect pair. But if you know, you know. And so what happened was I decided, you know what? My family's in big transition right now. I'm going to take the initiative instead of what I would naturally usually do and curl back under the covers, comfy, cozy, wait till my appointments began. I decided to get up, get vibrant, refresh, reset, and get prepared for the day. And as you saw on the video, I got up before the sun was rising. And I decided to make a declaration. Today is no longer one day, but today is day one. So, what are you putting into your schedule? What are you putting into your agenda to enhance your quality of life? As y'all know, I'm in the process and stages of creating more content for you. Y'all already have access to my YouTube channel, which has over 1,500 videos, which is tailor-made to wherever you are at your life, whatever stage, whatever age, even to the gentlemen out there. Those are messages that you can have access to at any time, limited time, but any time to look at those videos, to get a daily boost. If you want personal development, professional development, relationships, mental health, career choices, organizing, you name it. I have over 15 playlists as well as podcasts on there. And also on Spotify, you can find my Unleashing the Champion Within podcast, which I'm relaunching in a few weeks. The reason I'm saying this, that now or never, the time is now. If y'all have known what I've done, is that I see the habitual rituals of creatures of comfort of who we are. We say we want to make an adjustment. Look at your New Year's resolution in January 1st. Here we are, September 3rd, 9 months later. How many of your goals have you achieved? How many of your obstacles have you overcome? How many new books have you read? How many trainings have you explored? This is the opportunity for you to take a moment and the initiative to definitely take a step into the right direction. The sun is rising in the east. What are you doing? And you rise to your greatest potential, to your magnitude, to your warrior, to yourself. What are you taking the initiative of? One thing, if it's making your bed in the morning, that's a great way to start. If it's a little bit more high level, what is the opportunity that you have to take the initiative to go out and meet someone new in your community? If not in your community and you have limited resources, who are you connecting with online? There's so many platforms out there. Oh, you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, as well as my website, which is right here, andreamasons.com. Take the first step. It's the first step that paralyzes us out of fear, out of feeling unworthy, out of self-doubt, out of loss of confidence, out of loss of strength, or fear that what's the point? What's the point? I failed in my life. I haven't made great strides. I'm here to tell you that no matter where you are in your life, there's always a day one. If you are looking to enhance your nutritional life, take that first step. Have one glass of water, or have a piece of fruit, or have the food that you're eating, but in smaller portions. If it's something on the realms of influence and education and knowledge, allow yourself, again, they're flying no matter what time. I swear they know I'm going live or recording a video. Back to the point, as my mentor, my kindred spirit, my friend, my fellow adoptee Les Brown says, he, I believe, reads about 40 pages a day. a chapter, if you will. Make small goals for yourself so you can have that ability and accountability and achievement to check off those boxes or those lists. You know, we look at the big picture and we see that there's so much out there that we have to do. Personal growth, professional growth, self-care, familial care, relationships, knowledge, education, enhancing your quality of life. But those big, big pictures can be pixelated into little pixels. You can make them into bite-sized pieces. You know the cliche, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Although, to be quite honest, I don't know anybody that has eaten an elephant unless they're an animal, and I'm not going to try that anytime soon. So, how do you eat your meal? You don't gulp it down in one lump sum. You take small bite-sized pieces. So take that initiative today. Choose to press play, plan life according to you, and allow those little mile markers make great magnitude in what you are achieving in life. We say, Andrea, I don't even know where to start. Don't worry about it. The late, great Bob Proctor, the virtual coach that saved my life based on The Secret, he says you don't have to worry about the how. You just have to start now. Well, he didn't say that, but I added that last part. It's now or never, ladies and gentlemen. How many times are you going to stay hurt? How long are you willing to be in pain and suffer? How long are you willing to make the efforts of not making an adjustment in your life? If you're doing the same situation and same thing that you've been doing yesterday, last week, last month, last year, 5, 10 years, then we need to give you motivation. We need to spark that flame and ignite that spark in your heart. What is it going to take? What is it going to take for you to move the needle forward? What is it going to take for those athletes out there to get that next yard, that next mile, that next opportunity? And for my go-getters, what is that next level of achievement that you are ready to take on? And fear takes over. But as I said yesterday, allow yourself to fail, because the acronym of fail, as many people have said, is the first attempt in learning. If you think about your life right now, right? And you look at all of the things that you are accomplishing right now. I'm talking about the job. I'm talking about the level of school. I'm talking about your relationships with your families. You've had to overcome an achievement. You've had to make that necessary milestone to move forward. Now you say, yes, Andrea, there are pains and hardships. Hello. There are hardships. But what is the beauty about hardships? They allow you to add that to your collection of lessons. I remember the first time that I failed at playing the piano at the age of 4. And in the beginning, we were taught to listen to music and to play piano. And although I started playing piano, I knew that there were some errors that I was going to make. And I said, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, I didn't do this right. I'm failed. And my teacher at the time is an amazing teacher, wherever you are. And they said, you're learning. And that's what I instill in my coaching, in my speaking, in my book, in my online course. Every day you're learning, and learn something new. Attempt to learn something new. Because with everything you learn, you can add that to your portfolio, your CV in life. And so when you look at your life, How do I want to be better? How do I get to the next level? Again, don't forget the how right now. Just do it. I'm a big fan, of Nike, and I love their logo. Just do it. Just do it. You never know unless you try. It's same thing with food, with, adventures and what have you. You're not going to know the capabilities and potential you possess until you do it. Now, some of y'all use the vocabulary of hope, vocabulary of try. Those are not as strong as having faith, belief, attempts, exploration, because those are in a positive aspect. When you say hope, you don't even know if it's going to happen. If you say try, your percentage value is limited and pretty much low. But if you say, I have faith, I'm going to attempt, I'm going to learn, those attributes and those qualities are going to enhance your ability to continue. Remember when we first learned how to walk? All of y'all have learned to walk. I could do so many cliches, but I figured the most simplest is walk. We didn't walk right off the bat. What did we do? When we first started out, some of us used our bottom and moved along the floor with our bottoms. Others of us did the army crawl on our stomachs and one shoulder in front of the other. Some of us did the inchworm. We would move our head and then have our lateral torso meet up with us. And then when we did, heighten up and level up to walk, we bumped in a few things. We fell a few times. But did we stop? No. We had a strong support system of our family, caregivers, and loved ones around us cheering us on. Great job. Come on, you could do it. You could do it. And what would happen is we wouldn't stop completely. We would take the initiative. All right, we did it a little bit today. Let's try again later. Let's try tomorrow. And we would some individuals would add incentives. They would put your favorite toy, or they would put your family member on the other side. And with praise, practice, persistency, perseverance, and passion, you were able to do it. And that's the same thing that happens in life. Anything that you're doing. I read an article the other day on LinkedIn, and it was talking about how, we are our own worst critic and we fear failure. But if you think about it, I wouldn't want to suffer and fail, stay in the level I am for a long period of time, because in my eyes, that's settling. And when we settle, we're stagnant. But if we strive to move forward, then we gain the levels of success. So what are you doing to take the initiative today? Are you taking that first step? Are you making that call? Are you connecting with that person? Are you going to invest in you and take the initiative to learn something new and say, you know what, I'm going to connect with that person. I'm going to take their course. I'm going to read their book. I'm going to watch their videos. I'm going to hire them as my coach. These are the initiatives that are bringing you to the next level, because as I've mentioned several times, and other people have as well, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, is literally the pure definition of insanity. So I don't want you to be insane. I want you to be invincible. I want you to be unstoppable. I want you to thrive. Andrea, I can't do it. Well, you know the cliche. Confucius says those who say they can and those who say they can't are both usually right. So how I'm asking you, are you ready to change your channel? Are you ready to press play? I'm not talking from crawling to leaping. I'm talking from crawling to possibly moving forward to possibly moving inch by inch, step by step. For those diehard football fans, we're in football season, and I'm going to refer to it. One of the movies that I truly love is Any Given Sunday. And let me tell you, spoiler alert, Al Pacino's speech at the end, whew, check it out. 1 inch. 1 inch too soon. 1 inch too late. 1 inch. So what's your 1 inch move today? I'm encouraging and empowering you to choose to press play. Plan life according to you. Stop living the life from yesterday. Stop living the life that other people want you to live. Start living and building your legacy and lifestyle today as you choose to press play. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. My time is up for now. I am going to explore new options as I keep this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Some of y'all are at work, some of y'all are sleeping. So I welcome the comments below on your thoughts of today's morning motivation as the sun rises. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. My name is Andrea Mason, your first choice, your global voice, alumna of Les Brown, CEO of Press Play Plan Life According to You, global ambassador, as well as the author, best time selling author and author of Victim to Victorious and my online course, Resilient and Rising. I've got another one coming down the pipe. Remember, Facebook is doing this thing that this live lasts 30 days. After that, you can find it housed on my YouTube channel under lives. Thank you again. I wish you all the best. Have an amazing rest of your day. Be safe and be well, everyone. Ciao.